YouTube, it's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So we got some more proof of Watergate when it comes to undefeated two-time heavyweight world champion British superstar boxer Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, and Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion superstar boxer Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. So we saw the footage, we saw the video of Tyson Fury after the fight being offered a bottle of water that was closed, an enclosed bottle of water. Backstory, we know after the fight, Deontay Wilder, he stated that he believes his water was spiked. He just simply wasn't himself. And he stated that it was at the hands, allegedly, of his former trainer, longtime trainer, Mark Breland. And he parted ways. With that said, Deontay Wilder, that was met with criticism, as people stated that how could Deontay Wilder possibly have spiked water, and what's the proof? So when it comes to Deontay Wilder and his allegations dealing with Tyson Fury, everybody wants to see proof. Nobody gives Deontay Wilder the benefit of the doubt. Now, with that said, we saw the enclosed bottle of water Tyson Fury was offered, post-fight press conference, and Tyson Fury, he turned it down, right? He asked, where'd the water come from? Deontay Wilder, once again, another backstory, he stated that in the fight, as he made his ring walk, he felt numbed. You could see, to back up his story, when he took his mask off, he was trying to blink and he was stretching his jaw, trying to feel his face. And he was shaking his legs because he stated he couldn't feel his legs. When asked why his legs were gone, he said he didn't know. And he said maybe the suit was too heavy. Maybe that way played a part in my legs being noodle legs, okay? And everybody took that as an excuse. As Deontay Wilder was saying, the suit was too heavy, that's why my legs were gone. He didn't make it as a fact. He was asked the question as to why his legs looked like they weren't there from the opening bell. So this was apparent to everybody because the reporter that asked him this stated they recognized from the opening bell his legs didn't seem sturdy. He didn't seem to be on sturdy ground. You have multiple people, including Tyson Fury himself, saying Deontay Wilder simply wasn't himself. So Deontay Wilder, when asked the question, why were your legs look like they were gone before the fight even started, and he made a remark, and he responded by saying maybe it was the suit, letting you know he didn't know why his legs were feeling that way. So he said maybe it was the suit that played a part. Maybe it was too heavy and the ring walk was too long. Maybe that played a part. But prior to me even getting dressed, I felt not myself, okay? And everybody took it, as I stated, that Deontay Wilder was saying that the suit was too heavy, thus the reason why he could not perform, his legs was gone and he could not perform in the manner we're used to seeing him perform, okay? He was wobbling over the ring, he got hit with a body shot and he fell straight back, okay? So you can see the proof that he simply wasn't the same guy that we're accustomed to seeing him be. But with that said, we saw the bottle of water pass to Tyson Fury in the post-fight press conference, in which Tyson Fury, he asked, where did this water come from? Brand new bottle of water, enclosed. Where did this bottle of water come from? Tyson Fury was told it came from over there. Tyson Fury said, that's not our water, I'm not drinking it. Now we know, why would Tyson Fury, this is post-fight press conference. It's not before the fight, doesn't have to worry about testing positive because it's not before the fight, right? And if it's not possible for your water to be spiked, why is Tyson Fury worried about the water to begin with? If we say that's not possible these days, it doesn't happen, then why is Tyson Fury concerned about enclosed bottle of water? Bottles of water that are closed. Brand new bottles of water. Why is he concerned about it? Why was he concerned about bottles of water when he went and fought Vladimir Klitschko, who was the reigning heavyweight world champion at the time in Germany, and he stated that he didn't even drink water while he was over in Germany, and he was dehydrated because he stated that he didn't trust the water. All of these circumstances surround Tyson Fury, none in which we've ever heard surround Deontay Wilder in any of his previous fights. All of this comes from Tyson Fury, right? So with that said, now we see footage of, shout out to the brother Kugan Cassius, IFL TV. We hear and see the footage of Kugan Cassius doing an interview with Tyson Fury, post-fight press conference in the locker room. Tyson Fury is drinking a bottle of water, as you can see, and as he finishes the bottle of water, his brother, who comes over, and his brother pretty much is his PR, his manager, controls everything. His brother comes over, and his brother states, Tyson, don't drink no more water. That's their water. That's that water. That's not our water. What is that water? He said that's that water. That's their water. That's not our water. Don't drink any more water. Don't drink any more water. Why is it a concern if these things don't take place in the sport of boxing? If they never take place in the sport of boxing, then why is he telling him don't drink water when it's a closed bottle of water? If that's the case, when you go to your local corner store, or you go to the local gas station, if you're on a road trip and you stop at a gas station, or you stop at a fast food restaurant and you ask them, I don't want a soda, they give you a soda with your meal, and the soda's not closed, right? You don't know what they put in the cup. So imagine people feel more secure with an actual bottle of water that you open the top with, and you know you can hear the top open and crack open. You feel secure with that because you don't feel like it can be tampered with from the manufacturers to your hands. So why is Tyson Fury concerned with closed brand new bottles of water? And he's saying his brother is informing him and letting him know, listen, that's not our water. Don't drink that water. But it's far-fetched with Deontay Wilder saying that he feels his water was spiked. So Tyson Fury has all these concerns when it came to Vladimir Klitschko. He had concerns with his water. Deontay Wilder never had any concerns or any talks about his water until this series with Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury, oddly enough, gets the benefit of the doubt. And he's the only one, he's the one out of the two that these types of controversies surround. Doesn't surround anybody else. It's never surrounded Deontay Wilder. You didn't see this in any of Deontay Wilder's previous fights. You didn't hear talk about water. You didn't hear talk about gloves. When he fought Luis King Kong Ortiz, who was a heavy hitter, Cuban southpaw boxer, undefeated, and was the boogeyman division, and Luis Ortiz, he tested positive for a banned substance. And you still didn't hear this much controversy when it came to Luis Ortiz. You didn't hear controversy with Luis Ortiz with water. You didn't hear controversy with Luis Ortiz when it came to his gloves. And he tested positive for a banned substance. But yet Tyson Fury, who tested positive for a banned substance, okay, stated that Martin Carefoot, a farmer, had provided him with wild, uncastrated boar meat that was tainted. Then the farmer, Martin Carefoot, allegedly came back out and stated, not allegedly because you can look this up, and he stated that he never provided Tyson Fury nor his team with the wild boar meat. He never had it on his farm. You can see in the Christian Hammer fight, Tyson Fury's glove, the webbing is cut. I mean, the list goes on and on and on when it comes to Tyson Fury and these situations. So one has to ask themselves, right, how come these types of scenarios and situation of chain of events always surround Tyson Fury. It's never surrounded Deontay Wilder in any of his previous fights. But yet, the man that this is always surrounded gets the benefit of the doubt. The man has never had these issues doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. So now, we have to ask ourselves, why is his brother concerned with where the water came from? If it came from Deontay Wilder's side, it's a closed bottle of water. Imagine after a football game, or imagine after a basketball game, basketball players get past a bottle of water, and he says, where did this water come from? Well, it came from, let's say the Lakers was playing, the Brooklyn Nets. Let's say LeBron James has passed a bottle of water. LeBron James says, where did this bottle of water come from? And they say it came from the Brooklyn Nets. And he says, it's a closed, brand new bottle of water. And he says, I'm not drinking this water. I don't trust it. A closed bottle of water? Well, that's going to lead you to believe that there's events that take place behind the scenes that he's aware of that have taken place prior, and he doesn't trust it because he don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So is it far-fetched when Deontay Wilder says, I don't trust this bottle of water? Is it far-fetched when Deontay Wilder says, my water was spiked? No, it can't be far-fetched, because according to Tyson Fury and his actions, this happens often. Thus the reason why he's taking such precautions. Thus the reason why he finished the bottle of water and his brother is saying, don't drink any more water because this water didn't come from us. This is not our water, that's their water. And then he says, this is that water. What is that water? This is that water. So you see, everything done in the dark will always come to the light. Everything done in the dark will always come to the light. Okay? So the fact that Deontay Wilder, he stated, well, there was an issue with my water was spiked, and everybody immediately jumped on Deontay Wilder and said, well, where's the proof? Show us a proof. Show us a test. Well, it wouldn't show up on a test if they're not testing for it. I'll say it again. It won't show up on a test if they're not testing and looking for it. They have to be looking for a specific they have to be looking for a specific thing if they're testing. So what I mean by that is, when you go to the doctor and you get a test, you get an x-ray, they're looking for a specific thing. Now, if something just happens to come across it, that just shines bright, well, then they'll say, well, did you know that this and this was taking place? But for the most part, if they're not looking for it, they won't find it. They're testing for a certain substance. And if it's not a substance on the banned list, then they wouldn't be looking for it. So with that said, we know now that there's concern on the part of Tyson Fury and his team that the water can be tampered with. And if they believe a brand new bottle of water can be tampered with, that they don't trust a brand new bottle of water where the cap is sealed, they don't trust that water, then that lets you know Deontay Wilder is not far-fetched in his concerns and his allegations. It's not far-fetched with Deontay Wilder's concerns and his allegations at all whatsoever. And the fact that we have Tyson Fury, brother, so adamant, and Tyson Fury so adamant, saying, well, don't drink that bottle of water because it didn't come from us. Don't drink any more water. It's just a bottle of water, Tyson. And you can see the look and the concern on Tyson Fury's face when he finished the bottle of water. You can see the concern on his face when his brother tells him, don't drink any more water. That's not our water. Why is he so concerned? If it's not possible. Because we know it is possible. We know it is possible. So you can hear the audio.
Don't drink no more water. There's none of that.
So you can hear right there, you can hear Tyson Fury's brother saying, don't drink no more water because it's not any of ours. And then he goes on to say, that's theirs. Listen.
Don't drink no more water, because there's none of ours.
You heard him. Don't drink no more water because it's none of ours, right? Listen. Check it out. Listen.
Tyson, don't drink no more water, because there's none of ours.
Tyson, don't drink no more water because it's none of ours. Why is he telling them don't drink any more water because it's none of ours? Because Deontay Wilder has a case. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hey, this is Ebony Bridges, Blonde Bomber, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.